Hello, welcome back to Planting the Geeks. Today you join us for an unboxing of Master and Commander Black Seas from Warlord Games. This has been out for about a year. I've been a bit busy to get it, but all of a sudden I just had an urge to buy this, have a look at it, and maybe get some sort of invested into the game. But I do like the little ships in it and stuff like that. So what we're going to do today is we're going to unbox it, and then we're going to build the ships up to ready to be painted. So obviously we're not going to do the rigging and the sails and stuff like that today, but we'll do that in a future video. So the box, if we've not already seen it, it has been out for about a year, a bit less at the time of recording this, but there we go. So this is what we should get in it. Everything for a 2-player sort of starter set. So if we just get this open. Wants to punch the table for some reason.
Yeah.
Okay.
I out with it before.
Righty. Okay, so we have some obligatory smoke.
I was going to say, what's the cotton wool for?
With the dice, which is the D10s, I think there's a couple of D6s in there as well, and would that be a D4? I'm not sure. Or is that just a D2, 3? Weirdest dice
That's a weird dice. I've never seen one like that before.
I've never seen a D3 like that. Is it a D3? I think it is.
Be careful when picking that out. I think it's got caught with everything else.
Bobbin, just wrapped around everything. Yay. So this is the rigging for the ships. So I will do the obligatory tidy up right now.
Keep going.
Yes, this is the fun part later on, which we shall do in a future video, where we put all this rigging on. You just throw it in the box.
I think they have actually.
It's got unwind, doesn't it?
Has it got caught with them as well?
Looks like it. Caught around everything.
There you go.
Caught around everything.
There you go. I'll put everything back.
So what we have there, in there is the sprues. So is there, there should be, is it 6 brigs?
So you've got 2 of them.
So there should be 3 sprues, 2 on each. That's the 6 brigs. That's a brig sprue them. It's pretty straightforward to put together. Good. And these are the frigate sprues. There should be 3 of these. So there we go. So we've got 3 different types of back part for the ship as well. So there's a few little gubbins on there, different anchors. There's a bolt on there, 2 bolts, 3 bolts, 4 bolts. So different bolts, different figureheads on the front. So there's a little bit of variation on them. And those 2 will be the same. We have a bag of gubbins, big instructions. Let's see what we get in this. So we have some ships, pennants and flags. So that will be the British ones. Is this just paper? Or is it actually... Yeah, it's just paper, so you have to
slice it out.
Slice it out. It'd be like the flags from the sets. So we have a British one there, and we have a French one there as well. Just 2. We have all the ship's gubbins, the speed, and the markers for the cards. We have the other one there. I think there's 2 there actually together, or 3 even. Yeah, that'd be for the brigs. More than likely. And then we have the ship's cards. There's quite a few of them here actually. There. So are double-sided. They represent different things, or are they just double-sided? We have the ropes up the sides of the parts of the rigging. If it's called that, I don't know what this bit's called. Rat lines, I suppose. Does say it on the rat lines. Then we have the sails and everything. These will all go on in a different video, as I said at the end. There's a couple of different colours though, but it looks a bit light and dark. Another light. Just one dark. So just one dark. So just different coloured sails. We also have the ocean. This is a paper mat from the glossy paper one. I do actually have a proper ocean mat. I probably won't be using this, to be fair. I'm not a big fan of paper mats, just because they don't lie down properly because they've been folded in a box.
Yeah, that's the thing.
It's double-sided though. There's a lighter side and a darker side.
So deep sea.
Atlantic.
Yeah.
Pacific, probably. Or nearer the Caribbean. That one. Slightly lighter seas, possibly. Yeah, but because they're folded and put them flat,
Yeah, they never.
it makes ridges.
Well, I suppose you could say it's waves.
Could do.
You're not buying it.
Not buying it. We have some
Cardboard
tokens, measurometers, and some little islands and stuff. I do have some islands myself anyway, so I'll probably just upgrade to use my own islands and my own map. But we've got all the tokens. But if you don't have any sceneries, you can obviously practice the game with the we've got there. Then we have the rulebook. This is the softback rulebook with all the stuff in there. We'll take a closer look at that in a second. Right. Shall we look at the rulebook now?
It's up to you if you want to.
Yeah, we'll do that before we actually build the ships.
Okay.
Cool. Okay guys, so I'll look through the rulebook, see what's in here. So, ship sizings, give an indication of what a large, small ship is, and stuff like that. Crew types. All the different tokens are. Nice setup. So the usual kind of thing you get at the beginning of any sort of set of rules. Oh, movement already. Turning, wind, shooting. Just have a nice chart there to describe different kinds of shooting. Damage. Criticals. Collisions. Boarding actions. Some additional rules. Alright, so that's usually where rules sort of end. And scenarios begin. Oh, cool. So, not a lot of rules really to the game. Looks good. That's a good thing. Should be easy to learn. I'm sure we'll do that in a future video. Scenarios. So, advanced rules. Terrain and weather. Small islands, etc. And then we have some additional scenarios. Looks like scenario 1 and 2 are sort of designed just to be played out of the box, and then the rest would be add-on scenarios by the looks of it. 13 scenarios so far. Oh, and then battles of the Cannonade era. So, history, starting with the American War of Independence, which is cool. French Revolutionary Wars. Napoleonic. And the War of 1812. I just stick together. And then a guide to ships, so like one of those things where you have a look at the silhouettes and then have to identify what the ships are afterwards. Don't worry, there won't be a test. And then what the sails are called, that's good. So I'm not that up on naval terms, to be honest. This will be quite an interesting read, actually. Master, got the whole all separated out, show you which part's which. And then the rating system of what first rate, second rate, and how many guns they've got, etc. Oh, the HMS Victory, awesome. Nice cutaway picture though. A technical diagram almost getting onto that. And then some more background on the ship's crews. And the fleet list. So there's just one fleet list. Everyone just used the same one. It would make sense because they're all the same sort of ships, aren't they? Apart from the named ones. You'd think there'd be like different rules for like the Victory and Constitution and stuff like that. Oh, national rules, maybe it's under this. So we've got Great Britain. Yes. Great Britain national rules drilled. And the Admiralty. British ships have +1 to hit modifiers when shooting. Good. Each British ship can re-roll 1 failed skill test per game. You must accept the reroll. That's fine. Different admirals. So I guess you can add these to your fleets. Oh, famous ships. Here we go. The Victory, Blepharon, and the Indefatigable. Here we got France. National rules, streamlined, double planking and aiming high. We've got here the Orient and can't read sideways. What does that say?
Bucenshaw.
Okay.
I'll go with that.
We have Spain.
Spain.
Heavily armed and out of practice. That's actually okay. La Princesa. That's that one. And then the Sant Isma Trinidad. Okay. And then we have the United States of America, overfitted and drilled. So that's the same as the British rule, isn't it? And overfitted. I kind of remember that. I do have more guns. Well, we've got the Constitution, yep, and the USS Essex. And we have some campaign rules. And even had to link them with black powder as well, so you can play the sea rules and then land rules separate. Is the interesting thing. This will be an entire video probably on its own, doing the rigging. Also got the ships painted. Then painting guides for the Royal Navy and French and Spanish United States. Obviously these two are the two I'll need to start with. Quite like the idea of the United States fleet for some reason, I don't know why, but I just do. Just an excuse to buy the Constitution really. Then we have some pictures of the back, bibliography of sources, index and a quick reference sheet. Okay, now without going into in-depth into any rules at this point, it looks pretty succinct. It'll be interesting to play. So, to get to the point where we can play, we have to put the ships together. So that's what's next. So, where to begin? We'll do one of each sprue on camera, and then do the rest off, I think, because it's the same. Mm-hmm. So we should do one of the brig sprues, which is one of these bad boys, with the two on.
Okay.
Should do one of these, and it looks pretty straightforward to me. Famous last words. But let's find out. I think, are these numbered? I don't think they are they? I don't think they need to be really, to be honest.
No, I think we should be alright.
So what we'll do, we'll cut all these parts off, clean them up off camera, and then we should come back and we shall stick them together. Okay, so first things first, we have two side parts of a hull and one central piece there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stick the holes together. I'll probably leave the masts separate to paint, but we will stick these parts onto the masts and everything so they're ready to be sprayed. So starting off, we have the brig's side of the hull. So what I'm going to do is get plenty of glue into there. And what we also want to do is put this in at the same time, like so. And I want to make sure that stays together. Okay. And we should do the same again with this one. There. That's on there. Okay. So now we're going to wait for those to dry before going any further because I want to make sure that doesn't fall apart when I pick it up. So next up we're going to attach the anchors and the foremast, I think it's called. The anchors seem to be optional. There's loads of pictures throughout the book which some brigs have anchors on, some don't have anchors on, some have got anchors on one side and not on the other. And they're in slightly different places, some are hanging down, some to the side. So it doesn't really seem like an exact place to put them, per se. So we should put them at some jaunty angles and see what happens. So on this one, I think what we'll do, we shall utilise this bit at the front. Do it on that one. Yeah, I do. Sorry for obscuring. We should put that on there. And I think we'll have an anchor on the other side. As well to match. Try and get it so they, on this one at least, look mirrored. Oops. That's why we make sure it's stuck before we do anything with it. So they go flying off. Get them just straight down. Maybe on this one. To do it a little bit different. There we go. Okay. So then we put the mast on the front. This peg here looks like it's pointing downwards. So I think it runs down into there. Yes, and there is a little hole which corresponds. You can see at the front. That I actually missed when I was putting it together, but it's really obvious. That's how easy it is for me to miss obvious things. I just need to get some glue out of this forever pot of glue. Right. So, put that one on there, and we should put this one in here. Like I said at the beginning, I won't be attaching the other masts until they are painted, and that way I can get in the little guns and stuff. I probably could do without, I probably could attach them now, but because they're quite small and detailed, I don't want to go and just attach them and then regret it afterwards. But the front mast on these is this one here, with the sails up. That will, I believe, sit in there once it is glued in place. I think I'm getting these the right way around. Nope, I didn't. Did. So on these masts there's like a curved bit at the front of this bit that you probably stand on, scale wise. So that goes pointing forwards. So that one will go in there, that one will go in there. And then we have the rear mast, which is this one. And this is where we attach these two. Are these the same?
Yeah, they're all the same.
All the same one for the rear.
Yeah, I think so.
Which I didn't clean that one up. But yeah, there we go. Easy to miss, for me anyway. So again, this one, you have this curved bit at the front, and these two little bits are pointing out backwards to the rear of the ship. So that would be the aft. Try and do some nautical terms that I can write actually. So that one's going to go.
I'm just sat here nodding away going, yeah, okay.
She's like, yeah, if you say so. I'm like, I don't know. I'm probably wrong. So that one goes pretty straight backwards. This one goes a jaunty angle, apparently, by all accounts, upwards to lock onto that. Should that one be a bit lower down then? I think it should. I think that's right. So, like that. And because it's drying, actually this would be a good place to keep it while it dries in place. And then we should do the same with the other one.
I just need a bit of tidying up.
Yes, missed them, haven't I? Okay, right, sorry guys, let's do all that off camera. Right, so again, one sort of going straight there. I think that it should be higher actually. When you see the picture that's next to it, it looks like that. I think I was right first time or not, you know. And then this one. Some glue would be nice. Thank you, glue. Strands of this stuff everywhere now. I've dropped some around. Right, let's just make sure that one's right. Yeah, so there's a little bit of glue drying time on plastic glue. You do have some playing if you do go wrong, not a lot. There we go. Okay, we're good there. I think that's right. So there you literally have 2 of the 6 brigs from the set. And I couldn't see anywhere in the rulebook where it tells you so many are British and so many are French.
Okay, so it's up to you.
So it's up to you. You just look at the army list, if you will, and make your list based on that.
Fair enough.
Because the French get some like cheap upgrades to certain upgrades and stuff like that as well.
Cool.
So what I might start off by doing is just building 2 brigs and 1 frigate for each, and then decide on points costs. Right. Okay. So that's the brigs for either or, French or British. Don't know yet. And then we shall do a frigate. So just quick one of those sprues again. So we start at the beginning. Much larger masts and ship bodies. We'd actually have 3 different choices here for the rear of the ship, and 2 different choices for the figureheads. So I'm going to get Claire to. There's 3 different choices for the figureheads. I've just seen the other one. Oh right, it's like a unicorn. What's that one then? That's like a dude with a sword and shield. That one's a unicorn. Dude with sword and shield. Nondescript. Right, okay. So I'll get Claire to cut those bits off and decide where we go from there. Okay guys, so we have returned and we have the frigate. So much like the smaller version, we're going to stick the 2 sides together and the middle part at the same time. There's no bottom part to this, so unlike those it might be slightly more difficult, not too much though, to get them to match up. But we shall see. So I should get some glue on here and here, and on that bit along there. And the deck will sit. Put the deck in place. And match that up, I hope. Front, come on. Right, and there's one more bit that needs to go on, which is your choice of rears. I've gone with this one with the 3 lanterns on. No particular reason, I just like the look of it. But they're all pretty cool options. So with 3 different backs and 3 different fronts, you've got a lot of variation in there. So this, you can see on there, there's 2 bits on the side. This is what I'm going to plug this into, which will hopefully line everything up. If it doesn't, I don't know what I'm going to do. There we go. And there we go. And we're on. Looking good. Okay, so the last part of the hull is to put on the figurehead. I'm going with the unicorn because it's quite cool. The other one is a dude with an axe and a shield. Sort of can't remember whether it was sort of like a Roman helmet or whether it was sort of like a Viking, like a feathered Viking one. What do you know what I mean?
I think I do actually, yeah.
Yeah, where they got like the horse tails and stuff coming off them as well.
Like Saxon Who?
Yeah, that's it. Something like that.
Sutton Who even.
So, Saxon Who.
Saxon Who.
Claire's making that up. It's fine.
I'm just making my own history up, don't worry about
She's
me.
got her own history and country and legends and everything.
I have, yeah.
The other one is just like a plain, curled, fancy carved thing, but not anything specific. So we should get the unicorn on this one. Yeah, I haven't quite decided whether this is more British or French. There is a unicorn on the pound coin, so
yeah,
coat of arms. It's a royal coat of arms, isn't it?
it is.
So royal. The Queen will be proud of me for knowing that. Thank you. Thank you, Elizabeth. on there. Okay, so now I want this to set before I go any further, so we shall stop the camera and we shall return when it's ready. Okay, so that is stuck together a little bit better. What we're going to do is we're going to put the foremast on. Again, I'm going to leave the other masts separate, as I did with the brigs, just for painting purposes. There's a lot going on here, I don't want to miss anything out. There aren't going to be very many ships in a flotilla, navy, etc. That just fits in there, above the figurehead, like so I think. There we go, we're in now. Try and make sure that it's straight. So, looks okay to me. I think it's fine.
We're gonna go with it.
Yeah. So then we have the first mast, the foremast, foremost.
Foremost.
I don't know. We have that one goes in there. That is, it's got some of the sails bunched up, tied back, whatever the nautical term is for that.
Tucked away.
Tucked away, at ease. That will fit in there. Then we have the bigger of the two sails. Again, making sure that curved bit's at the front. That one will fit in there. Well, I'm going to put that on just yet. And then we have the rear one, which again doesn't have any of the sails tucked in. It has these two little bobbins coming off there to put these gubbins onto it.
That sounds very nautical.
It does. One is actually longer than the other. And I think the longer one goes at the bottom. It's really hard to tell on this. So let's just see what I need to cut off. Again, but shouldn't take too long. I think that one was at the bottom, so we're going to attach this one onto that and attach this one onto that. Get off. So we have them like that, and there. Now again, anchors again are optionals as to exactly how they go on. I shall stick these on the front, pointing down, exactly like the brigs. I'll just show you the finished thing, like that. Okay, and then the other optional extras we have are these lifeboats. Now these are just stacked up in this middle bit here of the hold. Again, on different ships, in the book they're slightly different, but I'm feeling this might be the British ship actually. So what I'm going to say is the British ship's well prepared. Yes?
Yes.
There's plenty of lifeboats. Yeah. Britain's never set a ship to sail without enough lifeboats.
1912.
No!
Never let go, Jack.
No, it didn't happen. It was all movie.
It was all in her head at the end of the day. I wonder if it ever happened.
So, that one on there. So on the actual picture, it's got 3 lifeboats. There's 4 with each ship. So then they're all different, slightly different sizes, so you can stack them up like a Russian doll version of a lifeboat. Put that one next to that one. What we'll do is actually make sure they're a little bit straight and ship shape. Puns galore.
I'm saying nothing.
Please don't. Sorry. And then, like the one on the image, there's actually one. Oh, Gordon Bennett is stuck to me. Absolutely covered in glue. Because I want to coax it out of the. Doing some sort of summoning ritual to get the glue out of the damn holder. Right. We should get you onto there. So on the picture there are 3 lifeboats on there as well. I think I'm going to stick with that. Which means there's actually an extra lifeboat with this set. There's actually 2 extra anchors. And obviously the optional parts there. So now I've done all that MacGuffin in the middle. Should just put this on here because again I want to take these off. I've painted them for painting. I'll suddenly change my mind for the painting. Now we should put the aft one on slightly tighter than the Briggs on there as well, and that gives us our frigate. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Actually, I really do like this. I can see me wanting some. I think they do a 3rd rate box, and it's probably do a 2nd rates and 1st rates as well. So yes. So there we go. So that is one of the fleets. I feel this might be the British fleet. Not decided yet. And you'll find out in the next video. So actually, as I've been going along this, I think what I might do is do a painting video for you guys. I think what we're going to do, we're going to leave this one here, because there's no need for me to show you the ships because they're identical, apart from obviously the little differences. And what we'll do is we'll do a couple of painting videos, because some of these are going to be British, some of these are going to be French. So we might do a painting video for each, just to show you the differences. Which will be interesting, because I have no idea I'm going to paint them yet. But there is some painting guide, mini painting guide to show. The smallest painting guide I've ever seen. Could be on the back of a Polish stamp, to be honest, in the back of the Black Seas book. So I'll probably be using contrast paints from Games Workshop. Probably. I'll probably be using those. See how they turn out. I do like using them. But there we go. So yeah. So the next video is going to be a painting video for a change. So stay tuned for that. And then we can paint one of our 2 fleets, and maybe do another one if they're different enough. Might do 2 painting videos. What do we think?
Yes. Yeah.
Claire says yeah. She's a bit non-committal, but yeah, nonetheless.
Oh, you're painting them. I'm not. I'm not painting them, am I? So.
Well, you know, you can do if you want.
No, I'm too busy with my sisters.
Okay, there you go. So, there we go. Yeah, I think we'll end this one here. I was going to stick the other ships together and show them all together like you normally do, but I think what I'll do is we shall reconvene in a painting video, and I shall paint one of the 2 fleets. Or at least, see, I'm also thinking maybe splitting them into 3.
Oh no, look what you've done.
Yeah, I know I don't have the flags for one of the other 2 fleets, but you know, it's an opportunity to paint different things in different ways. We shall see. But we shall return in the next video to find out what madness I've decided to do. Anyway, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe if you want to see more Black Seas. Please keep wanting to say Black Sails. Throughout this entire video I want to say Black Sails. I hope I haven't by mistake. I think I've pulled myself up before I've said seas every time. I nearly said Black Flag maybe, you know.
Oh yeah,
Could have done Black Flag.
You could have done.
The best Assassin's Creed game. But there we go. So Black Seas. So if you want to see more Black Seas, please put in the comments. If you want to see, well, me paint more than just the 2 fleets here, also mention it, because I'll be doing that pretty soon, I think, following this video. In other news at the moment, another nautical miniatures game. We've been backing Blood and Plunder. Raise the Black, which is currently on Kickstarter as I'm filming this, and as it should go up, it should still be on Kickstarter for at least 20 odd days. It's hit its goals. It's piratey. If you don't know what Blood and Plunder is, I think we did one video on it, a couple of videos on it way back when.
I think we got some stuff for Christmas, and then we were going to play it, and then something else took over.
We've been very, very busy.
Yeah.
But yeah, but they're very nice models. It's a very interesting game.
Yeah.
It was based in the 17th century, but it's moving forward into the 18th, I believe. And we're getting some of the famously named characters like Blackbeard and
Bonnie.
and Bonnie, yes. Some of the actual famous pirates from probably what more people know from pirates, certainly myself, certainly from the Black Sails series, even though that was fictional. Although the same guy they had on that series, making sure things were all correct. Well, I don't know what the actual role is for that.
Consultant, historical consultant, isn't it?
Yeah, historical consultant. Make sure it's all correct continuity in what they're wearing and everything.
Yeah.
It's the same guy that actually worked on Blood and Plunder with the team that made Blood and Plunder.
Cool.
So he was in the videos I've seen. If you've not seen them, guys, he seems very sort of happy that it's historically accurate, which is very cool. So that's what we're backing at the moment on Kickstarter. We're also aiming for that for a year, hopefully. It'll be no longer than that. Just about this time next year it's due out. In the meantime, we might do some Blood and Plunder stuff from what we've already got. So stay tuned for that. Other than that, guys, please like and subscribe, as I've said. And let us know that you love us and want us to do more videos. And you guys take care for now.
See you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Yar, mateys. Boarding action.
No, that's not the pirate one.
No, we're not pirates, are we?
No, it'd be like, oh, do you mind if I board your boat? Would you like some tea?
So this is the British boarding an American boat, obviously, then?
Yeah. And the Americans are going, awesome, wow! And then throwing the tea overboard.
How dare you throw the tea overboard? Brilliant. Oh, we're still running. Bye.
Bye.